albums. I just wanted the Dawn FM because it's like an old version of me. I'm like,
Sure.
It's like looking into a future mirror.
Old Bell.
Yeah. If you want to know what I look like and you don't, look at Dawn FM and then de-age 30 years.
Wow.
40 years? I don't know.
Insightful.
I'm just a baby compared to that.
Da baby.
Speaking of Da Baby of the group chose the album this week.
Boom.
I'm not the baby of the group. I'm the second
you got a
oldest.
baby face.
I'm the middle child. It's true. I look like a young man. If I shaved, this is why I always have a beard. If I shave, I hate my chin. Yeah, you're listening to Vital Verdict, and today we're going to be talking about an album that we all listen to, Scratch and Sniff by Jazz Spastiks.
Oh, I listened to the wrong album.
Uh-oh. It's
Oh, no.
Did you actually?
No.
Oh, okay, thanks.
He's a professional, all right?
They're a Scottish duo also known as the Slipmat Brothers. Uh-oh, that cardboard just fell over.
My God.
Mikey Dean and Murray Mackey. As for us, I'm Plouffe.
I'm Bell.
I'm Jamie.
We did a different order. That was weird.
I know,
it threw me off. I didn't know what my name was.
You're like, I'm Plouffe?
I originally found this album when browsing our Listen to This on Reddit back in like 2017.
You're a
Yeah.
Redditor?
Oh, just barely. Always forever lurker. I never post anything.
He does have a neck beard, so
just a little bit today. It's been a couple days since I shaved. Yeah, someone posted a track. I really liked it. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember instantly just like checking Bandcamp or whatever and seeing if they had a record coming out. Turns out they did. It was this one, and I was lucky enough to get in early and get the pre-order that had the book attached to it.
Yeah, we should start off talking about the record because it's really cool.
You want to?
I
okay.
went to look it up because I was like, oh, how much did this cost? A fortune.
Yeah.
And I'm sure part of it's because it was so limited.
Yeah.
But the book and the album itself, very, very cool.
Totally, right? Yeah, so it's called Scratch and Sniff, and it comes, as long as you bought it, the version I have, it comes with a Scratch and Sniff book.
Yeah.
And the whole album starts with this thing that's like, when you hear the song, turn the page, and it's like
when you hear the tone.
Yeah, when you hear the tone, yeah. And so you're supposed to follow along the book. I did this once, like the first time when I actually got the album, I sat down and listened to it and scratch and sniff the things. I was super stoned.
Because all of the songs, well, most of the songs are food related. So it's like whatever that food is.
Something that has a scent at least.
Yeah.
Except for vinyl.
Vinyl money doesn't have much of a scent either. I mean, people say, "Oh, I can smell money," whatever.
Smells like
cocaine.
Back pocket.
It's a beat tape with a lot of samples from random media. There aren't really lyrics on any tracks, but they're all like words from media and shit that they've then
seems like old
adjusted.
ads.
Yes.
Mostly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
There's a couple that I definitely know where they're from, and I'll get to that when we get to the track.
Cool.
Yeah, two songs I'm definitely like, I know what this is, and I know what this is. But
the Who sampled page for this album only has 4 of the, I don't know how many tracks are on this.
There's actually,
a lot of tracks.
There's
A
like,
bunch.
they're short though.
Yes,
yeah,
they're all like 2 minutes long.
They're all like 2 minutes long, maybe a minute 30, maybe 3 minutes tops. I don't know, I'm a huge fan of this album. I think it's a great beat tape, but it's more than just a beat tape because of all the sampling on it. I don't know.
Put that on the back of the review. More than just a beat tape. Plouffe.
They're like, good. It was intended to be.
Instrumental hip hop.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. There's a ton of scratching, which is like really well done on a few tracks.
Turntabling, you mean?
Yeah, turntabling. Yes. Every track also has 2 titles. There's most
very long.
Yeah, like Jamie said, they're mostly like food or scent related, which is usually just 1 or 2 words like chocolate, bananas, apples, vinyl, whatever. And then it's followed by brackets and a subtext or subtitle. I don't really know what it's called, but that's usually a more in-depth, like descriptive thing, or just has part of the track, like part of the quote unquote lyrics from it.
Yeah, I don't really know how I feel about the titles. Even like the subtitles.
Sure.
Some of them are decent, but the main title is what makes sense. Like the one apples, it's like an ad for you should eat apples.
Yeah.
Bananas. I mean, the subtitle's unzip a banana, so like the choice is pretty easy.
Yeah.
Unzip a banana.
It just made it very hard to know what songs I liked.
Sure.
It was just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess I'd know I like the banana song.
Yeah.
And it's called Bananas. But it was very weird.
I don't ever refer to them as the second part of the title. I always refer to them as the first part, just like, I don't even say fresh oranges. I just say oranges or like apples or spray paint. You know, I never say like spray paint, reflection of culture, or cannabis, dietary essential, anything like that. But Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool album. These guys don't have a ton out there.
They have 2 new albums though.
Yeah,
since
Camera of
this came out.
Sound
Yeah.
is one that I was listening to the other day. I actually really want to buy it, but I don't know what the price is, and I kind of don't want to buy more records right now because money. But
Yeah, that was like last year. I like the album cover for Green Street. The People Without Shoes.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I actually so I'll talk about the album art and stuff on this one too. It's pretty cool. Basically, every single track has like a picture that goes along with it. That's like a cartoon kind of thing. So like in oranges, it's like an orange round, and then the banana is like a banana, and blah blah blah. It's super simple, but it gets the point across pretty well. And then the back is just like typical track listing. There's not much else. Like aside from the book version that I got, there's not much else to this. Like it's just, jacket, sleeve, record, no other inserts or
It's
anything.
not a gatefold. It's just a
It's
sleeve.
not a gatefold. It's a single sleeve. It's a single LP. But the pressing quality is good. Like mine sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
And overall, yeah, especially considering that the price shot up on it, I'm like super happy to have purchased it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you guys want to listen to it one more time, and then we'll talk
Let
about
us
how we
listen
feel?
to it
Yeah, I
one
don't really have much to say. Let's
more
give it a listen.
time. Last word.
Yeah.
When you hear this, turn the page.
Pure premium.
When you haven't much time to eat,
Unzip a banana when you fancy a fruity treat. Unzip a banana.
next time you unzip a banana, serve it with custard or add it to jelly.
This apple has a bite out of it.
Brushing teeth right after eating helps stop more decay for more people than ever before reported in all dentifrice history. Yes, brushing teeth right after eating stops tooth decay best.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you guys like it at all? Did I break the curse?
I didn't hate it.
All right, that's better.
Yeah. I would never listen to this album ever again.
Sure.
But like I didn't find it boring. I didn't find it unlistenable.
Yeah.
I thought it flowed kind of nicely. I did like the little advertisement breaks in it.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
cool.
that was kind of neat. Would I ever put this on? Maybe if I was a quirky restaurant
Oh yeah.
and like I
see
needed
that.
something
Food
in the,
theme?
like in
Yeah.
the background, and it's just like, and then people would be like, "What the hell is the music on this?" But then it doesn't matter because it's like a restaurant where like the waiters come up and insult you. They're
Yeah.
like, "Hey,
Yeah.
what do you want? You want a steak? You look like you eat one."
A sloppy steak.
Sloppy steak? No sloppy steaks. No. What do we look like? We're gonna pour water all over the steaks?
I was not a fan.
That's fine.
In the way that it is not bad, but I don't want to listen to it.
Okay,
Oh,
is
man.
it boom 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 better than the Beths?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that's music.
I thought
This.
this was
so. My
more
main
enjoyable
note
than
is
the
like
Beths.
Yeah.
this feels like a video game soundtrack.
What?
And I
Sure.
don't want to listen to a video game
Sure,
soundtrack. When
okay.
I'm, like, just hanging around.
I
Like,
can-
I
I
can
agree
see
with
this
that.
music playing in the background of like Skater XL, something like that.
Yeah, Skate uses real tracks though.
Yeah.
Not Skater XL, that's Bootsy.
Yeah.
That's very
So
different,
like
yeah.
I could see it being just in the background. I don't want to actively listen to it though.
Sure.
And
It sounds like the attract mode from a Dance Dance Revolution game. Or something. I don't know. Or Beat
Sure.
Mania.
I just
But,
feel like
like-
it sticks to the aesthetic too much. I was like, it just is like the same song with a different commercial, and that is okay. But I was also like, meh.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're saying like the beats per minute or like the overall tone of the
Yeah.
the songs
But
are very similar.
I listened.
Yeah.
So I was looking at Bandcamp and I was looking at how much this is. There's an instrumental version of this album that I preferred.
Oh yeah.
So when there
They-
wasn't the commercials, it didn't make it seem like it was like jumping around and like, but also the same kind of beat. It was just like a relaxing, nice
Yeah.
album, and I actually liked the instrumental quite a bit.
Okay.
I'd say the instrumental is better than the Beths, but
So
this one I don't.
So you mostly just
Interesting.
don't like the sampling.
Yeah, it was a bit much for the fact there is nothing else.
Yeah.
Like that is the quirk about the song is that.
Yeah.
So they just repeat like, apples, apples. And I'm like, okay, I get it, apples.
Interesting.
But I did like the instrumentals,
Yeah.
which is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I actually really like all the sampling. I find it catchy a lot of the time. Some of it is overdone. I won't deny that
That-
at all. There's a couple tracks I'm not like crazy about, but
Yeah, I get what you're saying. the sampling is really the only thing the album has, though. So taking it and just turning it into an instrumental,
Then it's just a beat tape.
it's
Yeah.
break beats.
And
yeah.
I like
What?
beat
I'm more
tapes.
likely to put that on.
That's fine.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, this is one that I've actually put on lots, like for company. And there's always at least one person in the room like really likes it and talks to me about it after.
Yeah, I could see it being on in a party.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
background.
it's different.
Yeah.
I've got it stuck in my head that'd be good for a store or a restaurant now. I'm like,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
just having it on.
It's just interesting enough that someone would be like, "Huh, I wonder what that is,"
Yeah.
and then wonder if it's like a weird Sirius XM channel that you know.
Playing like random samples.
Yeah. It's like, huh. What is what's another one of those companies that just does like music over IP or whatever?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But this would be great. I would love to hear a remix album where people rap over it.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you added that more
Yeah.
substance, I'm sure this would be way higher up on the list.
So what you can do on Who Sampled is to see if someone has used
Oh,
that
that's
track.
cool.
you said
in-
4 people have, so I've got 4 chances at a sick rap
So
beat.
no,
Hell
it just has the sampling, like what they
what
sampled.
they did, okay.
But you could go forward and see like if someone has sampled their album in another song, and I didn't find anything. So
That's pretty cool. All right, well, let's go through the track list. It starts with an introduction, which is
I like it.
a little uncommon. Yeah, it's not.
I don't like
everything.
intros, but I did like this one. I thought it was fun, and with
Yeah.
it being the book
yeah,
theme was really cool.
it's sort of like how Americana, the Offspring
Oh, yeah.
album, has a intro to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I think it fits the whole theme like very well, and it kind of sets the tone for the entire rest
And
of
it's
the,
not too
of the
long.
record very well.
It's a
Yeah.
nice 20
Very,
seconds.
very-
and
yeah.
stuff.
very
Some
short
like
and sweet.
chimes or harp or whatever. When you hear the note, turn the page.
Yeah.
And then it goes straight into Fresh Oranges.
I cannot believe this is the most listened to song on Spotify by like a large margin.
Really?
It has 470,000 listens, and the next one is Cannabis at 140, and then everything else is pretty low.
Sure.
But I was like, 400,000. This is not my favorite song. On the
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Fresh Oranges, but it's not one of my favorites either.
I think it is part of a like playlist that Spotify put together because it says they're on their page. I think there's one where it's like they appear on,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like lo-fi hip hop or
I could see this,
something
yeah, showing
weird.
up
Or,
in there.
Yeah. My favorite part about this one is the like liquid pouring into glass sounds every now and then, tying it all back to like orange juice. Yeah, the scratching on it's good. Other than that, I'm not like crazy about Fresh Oranges.
Yeah.
Then it goes to Spray Paint, Reflection of Culture. I'll say the full titles for the effect of.
Thank you.
I
this
did like the
podcast,
sample
yeah.
of the spray paint being sprayed
This-
being used.
I have that written down too. The scratching with the paint can is very. It's just that was genius to
Like
me.
you can't tell me this does not sound like menu music to Skate or Tony Hawk. It just
Mark Echo's Getting Up. You remember that game? Yeah.
I can see this being in a remake of that.
I actually really don't see this as video game music.
So funny.
I don't know, but I do love the scratching with the paint with the spray paint can. I thought that was pretty clever.
You know what? Maybe that's it. Maybe I just am not used to scratching because I've never
Oh,
really listened
really?
to music with scratching in it.
Oh,
That's a very old,
yeah. This is like a
Hip-hop
'90s
technique.
hip hop kind of like.
even 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, even
well,
80s.
more like 90s.
Yeah,
You're right.
they this band is like kind of known for that. They scratch like a ton, and they're pretty good at it.
You know what other record I didn't win at the auction last week?
What?
It was the one
Bismarcky?
with the Humpty dance on it. I didn't win
Humpty
that.
Dance.
Humpty
What's a
Dance.
Humpty Dance?
Yeah, the Digital Underground.
All I can think of is Humpty Bump by fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Bump, you got a Humpty Bump.
Yeah.
you
Not the same, but also I didn't win the Bismarcky.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I would
I
just
would have
rub it
been
in his
more.
face.
But there's
I would have been
turn-
sadder about the Bismarck.
There's turntabling or scratching on both of those.
Turntable.
Because
Right
they're
on.
one's a very late 80s album and the other one's a very early 90s album.
It's something that I actually like. I've always wanted two turntables and the ability to queue up tracks and like learn how to scratch, so I can scratch into a record change and
Yeah.
stuff. It's a
There's-
skill I've always wanted to learn.
There's a guy on Craigslist right now selling two Technics 1200s.
Oh, how much? Like $2,000.
Like joined together.
how much? That's what I want.
Like
yeah.
$1,100 or
What?
something.
That's actually a good deal
Yeah.
for two of them if they're both in working order.
I'm not sure. I didn't read that.
Unless
part.
the price has come down in the last like 4 years or something. That's a
Well,
good
they're
deal.
not brand new 1200s.
Sure. Yeah. No.
right?
No.
So-
None of the ones I've looked at are like.
but they're the
brand
ones
new.
joined together so that
Yeah.
you could
can like mix
be a
and stuff
DJ,
and scratch. Yeah. And like play queue up tracks and everything.
fade.
Yeah. Anyway, next song's Bananas, Unzip a Banana.
I liked the
Unzip a
commercial part of this one
banana.
at the start.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty good.
Unzip
Unzip a banana.
Made me want a banana.
This is one that I actually do know where most of the audio is from. So when that dude is talking about, like, it fits perfectly in your hand and it makes the whole process so much easier, whatever, that guy, that's some Christian guy. I think he's Australian, maybe Ken Ham, I can't remember. But he made this whole video trying to prove that, like, God clearly made the banana because it's perfect for human consumption.
It's also perfect for monkey consumption.
Well, he got made fun of because the banana has been, like, cultivated for thousands of years by humans.
It's like
to
pretty
be,
much man-made.
to be completely different from what it started as. When you kind of forget about that, it's just some guy talking about how much he loves bananas, and I'm very much for it. This is, like, one of my favorite parts. Is just the casual banana getting thrown around when that dude's not talking. Banana.
I thought this would have more listens because this one I don't mind.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is decent. I think, again, it's because it's progressing. It's not like on one sample. It's like him talking throughout the whole thing. So it's like, okay.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites. And then it gets to Cannabis, Dietary Essential.
I like the title on that one. I like Dietary Essential.
Yeah.
It's funny.
And they're talking about consuming cannabis, like, constantly, like starting multiple plants every single day so that you can consume an entire plant like every other day.
This is the first song that I, like, actively enjoyed.
Yeah.
I find music about weed sometimes pretty cringe.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
did enjoy
totally.
it.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it.
Having said that, Cypress Hill has made an entire career out of that.
It's funny because, like, I hate most weed culture. Like, I smoke a ton of weed, but I hate the culture a lot of the time.
You have a bunch of those, like, blue light posters around your room.
Why do you
I don't have any of those.
He's wearing a shirt right now that says "Hits from the Bong."
I don't have any of this, but I love this song, and I actually it's great. I love how they're just, like, shouting weed strains throughout the whole thing, like OG Kush, Lemon Kush.
This is my favorite because it has rapping over the beat.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, not a ton, but and even then, I think that's sampled from something.
Yeah.
I just like the chorus sample, which is part of the rapping. If they down to rip it, represent and get dope. It's just, I don't know, it's just good. This is one of the longer tracks I think it's tied for longest track at 3 minutes and 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Such a long song.
Yeah, too long.
The whole album's like 34 minutes.
It's about that. Yeah, there's a lot of tracks, but they're all like 2 minutes. Sometimes even like 1.5.
Yeah, most are sub 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is fine because like not a single one of them overstays its welcome.
That's kind of why I like it so much. I think that if these were longer songs, I would get bored of them, and I would think that they're too repetitive.
Yes, because they are too repetitive.
Yeah,
they're just beats.
Totally,
that repeat.
totally. But for 2 minutes or like a minute 50 or
It's
whatever,
fine.
I think it's perfect. Yeah, it's great. Then we go to Yoga Sutra, Quietness of Mind. It doesn't fit with the food theme, but I've always liked how rhythmic this one is, and it's very fitting with the theme and the samples chosen. I like this one a lot.
No thoughts.
That's cool.
Yeah, I had zero thoughts on this one.
Then we get to Ice Cream, Joey's Ice Cream Parlor.
That was fine.
Yeah, this has some of my favorite samples on it.
It's got the bongo.
Oh,
It's a good bongo.
Thank you.
I like the breaks later on when they're chanting ice cream over and over near the end. And yeah, I just like all the sampling on it. Like, ice cream, I could talk about that forever. This is an album that I quote all the time, but no one ever knows what I'm referencing because no one's heard this album. Same with Coffee. I was like,
What do you say?
That's why people think you're weird.
huh?
What do you quote from the song?
Ice cream, I could... Well, actually, not that much from this one. The ice cream is delicious thing. And then Coffee, I quote Coffee all the time. That's good coffee. There's another one I say all the time too, but no
He
one
does, and everyone's like, "What?" And he's like, "Nothing."
Yeah.
And he walks away.
No, I don't know. I
Just
just don't acknowledge it because no one ever knows what I'm talking about. Then we go to Vinyl, which is Vinyl One Track Groove, which is the last song on side A. I know it's about records, but this is another track that I don't think is as strong as the others. I still enjoy it, and I like how it's about the technology used to play records, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it made me think about it more because until I heard the song, I honestly just I put records on. I never thought about how it works or anything like that. But I thought that was pretty cool.
And I like this one more because there's less sampling. That again, I can just enjoy the music.
Yeah, sure.
It's just like nice.
Yeah. Then we get to Apples.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's Apples, of course. This has Sesame Street samples near the end. You can totally hear like Elmo or someone, right? I don't know where the other stuff's from. Probably just some British show or something.
Unzip a banana.
Yeah.
I like this one, and I like the apple crunch sample.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
I love apples. This is probably one of my favorite tracks on the album.
But do you like them as a fruit?
Yeah, I do. But I like
Really?
the funny thing is I like green apples though. So when that lady chooses a red apple instead of a green apple, I get like a little bit upset.
Yeah, because you shouldn't like green apples.
Why? They're delicious. They're sour and tasty.
I'm not a big fan of any apple.
Oh man.
Unless it's cut up. I'll eat a cut up apple
What?
anytime.
What?
The only ones I'll eat by hand are grapples
Sure.
or
Sure.
Fuji's? Fuji's are pretty good.
I like a
maybe
Fuji.
a crab
Yeah.
apple. The little ones.
I mean, that's
Crab
basically a
apple. You're not
Granny
supposed to eat
Smith.
crab apples.
Yes, you are.
They're for baking.
No.
Yeah, Granny Smith are kind of for baking too, but I like eating them.
I like a Royal Gala.
Royal
Yeah.
Galley? Those are okay.
What about
Yeah.
a Cosmic Crisp?
I like a good Cosmic Crisp.
They're expensive.
Yeah,
I haven't
that's why
tried
don't buy
one.
them.
Because they like never go bad.
Oh Jesus! Really?
crazy.
That's cool. Yeah, I think the start is just killer with the dude like finding an apple and just fawning over it at the start of the track.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of a connection to Adam and Eve in there as well.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I have no
Okay. I didn't hear that at all. Yeah.
idea. Just gaslight you. Like, same.
Yeah. It's I don't know.
Unzip a banana.
Yeah, that was. I do like bananas. I don't know. So that's what I'm talking about. Those they're catchy, and then I always think about them.
That's the only one I can remember though. They're catchy, but like
Oh.
it's the only one that sticks in my mind.
Oh
'cause
man.
it's just dumb enough that
Yeah.
I could, like.
Unzip a banana. Yeah. And then it's Money Zero Sum Game. I love Money, but I wish it was shorter. It's one of the longer tracks on the album.
Yeah, that's why I carry only credit cards. Then.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I don't carry cash. Yeah, I like the beat. It just gets a little repetitive, and I think that this one goes on a little bit too long.
Sure.
But I like all the sampling. I don't know, like talking about money and how it's a zero sum game and all that shit, and nobody wins. Then we get to Breathing Break. It breathes me. I mostly love this song because it's so introspective. Like the whole "it breathes me" line makes me think about shit a lot, but also I was really stoned when I like listened to this originally and heard that part. Because it's just like, imagine if you were some molecule and it was alive and people were breathing you. I don't know. This one trips me out.
Yeah,
with
this
the
is the
whole,
shortest song on the album.
Yeah, it's
Which is
really
fine.
quick.
Yeah.
That's partly why it's called Breathing Break too, I think. And then Popcorn. This one is also one of my favorites. Popcorn, you ought to have a popper.
How to use a popper.
Yeah. Oh, is it used?
Yeah.
No way. I wrote don't have. What a fool.
Wow, this guy's fact checking me.
It's you ought to have.
Oh, it's listed differently on the Spotify.
Really?
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I got the record. That's the final word right there.
It's both of
you
us.
You ought to have a popper. Yeah, we're both right in this case. That's okay. Yeah, this one is one of my favorites, honestly. I think it's got a really solid beat. It's good scratching, good samples. I think it's also kind of the epitome of the album. Like, if it had a single, I would choose Popcorn. But, yeah.
And there's a part that reminds me of Pizza by the Olsen twins.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Grab it from the oven.
Yeah.
I
figured you ain't hip, old man. Well, the
Right.
pop, pop, pop is this old band.
My only note is I say, at this point, I wonder where they got the samples from. And if it was more, this album is more of a challenge to themselves to make music using this one company's random ads. I just was like, did they make this music because they're like, yeah, this is a badass song? Or if they're like, oh, we got to figure out a sample for Popcorn. All right.
Yeah,
Both could be true.
Well, it's definitely not like all songs from one place, but parts of them might be though, because there's definitely some tracks that are sampled from multiple locations. After that, we get Marshmallow Mystery Tour, and I'm pretty sure that this is Mark Summers from Unwrapped back in the 2000s on the Food Network. Not all of it, but the part where he's like, "Oh boy, I've been waiting all day to eat one." It's kind of funny.
Or like the guitar sample.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Until I heard this song, I didn't know you could make marshmallow tea, so that's cool.
Marshmallow tea.
Yeah, they talk about making marshmallow tea and all the different ways to use marshmallows.
I think
and
at this
stuff.
point I might have tuned out a little bit.
Oh yeah,
That is
fine.
cool.
Yeah, the scratching on this one's fabulous. It's probably my favorite on the album. It's also just over 2 minutes, but it feels kind of short and sweet, which is good. Then we get to Bubblegum, which has the worst of the secondary titles: Bubble, Bubble, Bubble Pop. Wait, sorry. Bubble, 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 Bubble Pop.
Bubble, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Bubba, 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 butt.
I like this one a lot too. I like the counting on it, how they like make it fast and slow at different parts of the song. But I also dislike parts of it I don't like the part when the kids are all chanting like bubblegum in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? I don't like that part. But other than that, I like it a lot. And then
Sources say Plouffe likes this album.
yeah, that's why I picked it.
No, it's good. It's good that you like it and chose it because you like it. I'm glad you have things to say.
Yeah, that's why I pretty much choose all the albums I choose. I like them.
Good.
I don't care if other people don't like them.
Dude, read
I
the
like
comment
them.
section below because people are going to leave comments. I don't know if you can. People are going to tweet at us right now.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Plouffe.
No, I'll probably
Trending.
get the short end of the stick. I'm choosing all the weird stuff. After that, though, we're almost done. We get Chocolate, Food of the Gods. This is the shortest track at a minute and 20 seconds.
Is
it's
it even
tied with-
shorter than Breathing Break?
It's the same length.
Sorry, yeah, same length. They're tied, yeah. But that's with an intro to it taking up like 10 or 20 seconds, so it's really almost a 1 minute song. It's all right, but this one's actually kind of forgettable for me. But I think it's like a good change of pace after Bubblegum. And then we get Coffee, Better Wake Up. And yeah, I even wrote down, if you ever hear me say that's good coffee, this is what I'm referencing every time. I don't know. I like how chill this
That's
one
good
is.
coffee.
Yeah, that's good coffee.
Piece of candy.
Yeah. But yeah, I like how, unlike some other tracks, the scratches are just basic scratching and they're not trying to paint a picture, but it still like works really well. There's a ton of scratching on it, but it's not like spray paint where they're turning it into a spray paint can or anything like that. It probably has the least samples on any track of the album. I don't feel like there's a lot on this one. It's mostly just a beat. And then Toothpaste. It's really fun.
Yeah.
I really like Toothpaste. I feel like I like pretty much all these songs, but this is, I don't know. I think this one's a banger, and they kind of end the album with it. I like the spacey beat that they've got going on in the background, and then they've just gone and chosen cool samples. Like, I like the tooth decay thing, where she's like, especially how they reverb his voice and fade it out when he says decay, because it just sounds all fucking evil and stuff.
I also did like this song, and I liked the toothbrush sample that went between the right and left channels.
Yeah.
So it's like
sure.
you're getting your teeth
Yeah.
brushed. I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, I love brushing my teeth. So
Yeah.
it's like hearing it go back and forth.
Yeah, fuck tooth decay, right?
Right?
It's evil
All
shit.
my homies hate tooth decay.
Yeah, all the homies hate tooth decay. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't pay $90 or $100 or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was about 100.
This one's at right now for it. But having paid like $50, I'd totally pick it up for that price again. Yeah, I like it. It's one I put on frequently. Not so much in the last like couple years, but I've had it since like 2017, and I used to play it all the time, especially when my collection was a little smaller. But,
Flexing on his giant collection over here.
yeah, says the guy with like 2,000 records.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't wish I had 2,000. That's too much. Holy shit. The whole wall would be records.
That's the dream.
Yeah, right? Someday.
I can't get any more in my apartment because IKEA's sold out of Calyx units until July.
They're sold out of like everything. It
it's
is
gross.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They
They're
could
getting hit
get
hard still.
bed sheets.
That's
Like, I went in there
crazy.
to get some new sheets, and I was like, oh, I guess not getting sheets today. Or towels.
I went to Walmart to just buy like some stuff for today, and I was like, oh, I'll get cat litter while I'm here. And they've only got like one brand left or something.
They didn't have any bread yesterday
That's
when I was
crazy.
there. No bread.
Yeah.
Thanks, Justin Trudeau.
Wow.
Thanks, Ukraine.
Thanks, Biden.
Thanks, Ukraine.
All right, well, Plouffe, you like this album. Tell us your
Yeah.
final verdict.
I would honestly give this like a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
This is a real favorite of mine. I've played it lots. I have definitely gotten my money's worth from purchasing it.
Mm-hmm.
I really love that it comes with the whole Scratch and Sniff book. I think that's like a really clever part of the packaging and stuff, and I really enjoy it. Yeah, I would totally buy it again at the price that I paid. If I wouldn't pay 100, but there's not a lot of records I would buy for 100. And yeah, I don't know. I'm glad you guys like it a little more, but my streak continues, and I don't know what I'm gonna choose next time now.
Well, don't worry, because my final verdict. This is not the lowest. This is not the best pick you've done of your albums.
Sure.
It's not the worst.
So-
It's the worst, not worst, best.
It is right in the middle because
Alright.
I struggled because I was like, I do like the instrumental version, but
Yeah.
like, this is not the instrumental
It's
version.
not. No.
And I would want to play it around people, but I never want to listen to it again. So I was like, where do I even put it? And I only like just placed it now because I was like,
Yeah.
I would have to put it below the Now Now and above Every Picture Tells a Story and Rejoice Rappers Rapping. So like third
All
from
right,
the bottom.
sure.
Because like I don't like the Now Now.
Yeah.
But like there's a couple songs I would listen to again. I don't think I would listen to any of these songs again.
Yeah.
It was very, very cool, and it's a very cool experience.
Yeah.
And I would buy it if it was like $15, but it's not.
If this album was an art installation.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I want to go to an empty mall with this playing on the speakers. And
Yeah.
be like, oh, something spooky's happens in this mall. Shocked thumbnail face.
That'd be cool.
Like that, I think it would fit there. I don't. I would be like, oh, that was cool.
Please stop giving Mr. Beast an idea.
Man,
Right.
I want to do an art installation now where you've got those like scent things, and you could make like a station thing that you walk through like a maze, and each track was like
See, Jazz Spastiks, reach out to us.
Oh, geez,
what's
that'd be-
their real name? The
that'd be so
non-offensive
cool.
name?
The non-offensive one is the
Slipmats?
Slipmat Brothers.
The Slipmat Brothers. Reach out to us. We'd love to work with you to create an art installation.
Hell yeah.
Jamie, what's yours?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
it's
your
like an
verdict?
8 out of 13.
All right, that's not bad.
It's not the worst one you've picked.
Sure.
I still hate the best. What was the
Yeah.
other album you picked? Oh, Rejoice Rappers Are
Yeah.
Rapping. I don't know.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
It was the most perfectly acceptable record I've listened to in a long time.
Hell yeah. My next
Put
one.
that on the vinyl.
Put that on the back. My next one will be even more inoffensive, I guess.
But our next episode will be Colin, our guest star.
Yeah.
Colin from wherever he works.
Yeah. What does he work for
I
now?
can't remember. I don't know what the company's called.
Lightburn.
I believe he chose Forever by Jungle. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
I think
Oh,
that's right.
he
yeah.
chose an album? Nobody told me anything.
I put
Well,
it in
was
chat.
but-
No, you didn't.
Yeah, no, it definitely was, because how would I know?
When did you
I'm pretty
put it
sure
in?
I
Either
put it
way,
in chat.
Forever by Jungle, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So tune in next week, and the week after that's my pick, and you'll find out what that is next week.
Very cool.
All right, hold on. Let's look this up.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.